I want to acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of the Coast Salish people, including our near neighbors, the Shiano First Nation and the Sauk First Nation. Welcome to the final finance meeting of 2022. Please be sure to have your cell phones turned off during the meeting. First on the agenda is agenda with additions. Anyone have additions to this? No? Council, may I have someone approve the agenda as written? Moved by Councillor Shukin and seconded by Mayor Little. Need these flashing lights. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Okay. Next on the agenda is public participation. Is there anyone in the community that would like to speak this evening at the finance portion of the meeting? Seeing none, we'll move on. Number 4, adoption of the minutes. Of the Finance and Environment Committee meeting of September 26, 2022. Moved by Councillor Gray, seconded by Mayor Little. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you. And 4B, adoption of the Finance Committee, November 14th, 2022. Moved by Councillor F.
Move adoption.
Thank you. Second by Councillor Shukin. All in favor? Opposed? Carried? Thank you. So, number 5. Okay. On to reports. On page 7. Councillor's update. So we've started with, well, we haven't started with budget talks, but our CFO, Sue Lin, has created a schedule we'll talk a little bit about in this agenda that is going to be starting in January. One of the regional groups that I sit on, one of the boards, is the West Shore Parks and Recreation Society. The new board had its directors' inaugural meeting. It included the election of officers and appointments. There are 5 owners. There's View Royal, Colwood, Langford, Machosen, and the Highlands. We went through the third quarter of the finance report, skate park project, which is now broken ground and things are moving along. There'll be lots of activity happening there in the coming year. They also had an interesting slide presentation during our orientation. One of the things that they're doing there is they're doing some energy renewal, and they're capturing the heat from making the ice. They're taking the heat from that and rerouting it to the childcare center. And apparently we will be doing a tour at some point, I think in the new year, of the whole facility, this council, if you're interested. One of 3 organizations in the region, or not in the region, but I think in Canada, that are actually doing that. So it's really reducing the greenhouse gases by about 85%. So that was something of interest. Council, all of our council members and our mayor had attended RCMP meet and greet for the West Shore, and this was presented by Superintendent Todd Preston. He gave us a PowerPoint presentation of all the services that they do through their detachment. He's offered us a ride-along for those who are interested, so I'm looking forward to that myself, and that will be in the new year. It's a 3-hour snapshot of what a police officer does. And we're still waiting for the outcome of negotiations with the province to set up our policing costs, and we'll have more to report on that in the new year as well. As my acting mayor role, which will end probably next week, so we break for the holidays, and then it's someone else's turn in January, I had the opportunity to attend the welcoming ceremony of all the sailors returning home after being on a 6 months deployment in the Indo-Asia part of the world, where they were doing training exercises with our allied countries and patrolling areas around North Korea. As many of you may have seen, there's a lot of activity going on in the village core, a lot of community activities and commerce related to that, so that's very exciting, with craft fairs and Christmas farmers market, art shows, makers market, lots of hustle and bustle, lots of busyness. At the Christmas farmers market had a draw with of people that would go through the museum and old barn books, which are always a highlight. The Metchosin Equestrian Society had a demonstration of 4 riders doing a quadrille to some music, and that was a lot of fun. We'd only been practicing for about 4 weeks, so that was good fun. Always great to have people come up ringside where it's safer to see us and have a chit chat. But the residents and visitors shopping closer to home and supporting our local economy and events and businesses is really lovely to see. We have a vibrant community, and when I'm out there seeing that, it's great. And the last thing on my my update is just a reminder that we do have the Backpack Project Christmas campaign going on here in Metchosin. You'll have passed that as you walked into the building tonight. It's a local initiative. It's been going on, it's in its 14th year now. Provides mutual aid to community members who live without homes, and they provide life-saving supplies such as tents, sleeping bags, blankets, clothing, food, water, medical supplies, that sort of thing. Donations to toiletry items and ready-to-eat foods as well. And so if you are interested in bringing in any donations, it's those can be done while the office is open Monday to Friday, 8 to 4. Do I have somebody accept that and move it? Is that right? The report?
I don't think so.
No, okay. Okay, so then on the next one. So report 7B, staff report. So this is this was prepared by our CFO. It's a staff report, budget, and consultation schedule. The annual budget process and review are used to balance the level of service expected by the community with the ability to pay through realistic taxation and user fees. Safety costs this year are a high priority, those being the increase in policing costs and budgeting for the replacement of one of our largest capital assets, which is our fire hall. As stated in the Community Charter, Section 166, Council is mandated to undertake a process of public consultation regarding the proposed financial plan before its adoption. Our CFO has proposed an ambitious schedule of 6 budget meetings starting in January 29th, actually. We are hoping to open that up to the public. We haven't decided on a time yet. Some of those dates are the same evening that there'll be a finance meeting. May I have a motion to accept this report, please? Motion by Mayor Little, second by Councillor Shukin. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you. And that is all for the finance agenda. May I have a motion to move, please? Or to adjourn, thank you. And a seconder, please. Seconded by Councillor Epp. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you very much, everyone.